focusing our attention on our young people and guaranteeing them all a quality education, which includes comprehensive, queer inclusive, pleasure-based sexual health curriculum.
What are we discussing with these children?
We'll be talking in an age-appropriate and safe space with our young people about masturbation. We'll be talking about all the different ways that they can protect themselves from if they choose and when they choose to have a sexual relationship with a partner, whether or not that is anal sex or penetrative sex or oral sex.
Who decides what's appropriate? Parents decide what's appropriate. Against, for. Parents overwhelmingly do not agree that this legislation is appropriate.
Focusing our attention on our young people and guaranteeing them all a quality education, which includes comprehensive, queer inclusive, pleasure-based sexual health curriculum.
What are we discussing with these children?
We'll be talking in an age-appropriate and safe space with our young people about masturbation. We'll be talking about all the different ways that they can protect themselves from if they choose and when they choose to have a sexual relationship with a partner, whether or not that is anal sex or penetrative sex or oral sex.
Who decides what's appropriate? Parents decide what's appropriate. Against, for. Parents overwhelmingly do not agree that this legislation is appropriate.
All right, Shalom, all praises to you.
Focusing our attention on our young people.
The honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters out there. Unto this life foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. Let's get clearly see the utter madness that is Eve, all right? The so-called black woman, all right? The queen, the goddess, whatever that she want to call herself, she's nothing but a pure fucking demon. This is the same woman that was twerking for votes, all right? And her, I don't know what was her excuse of doing it, nor do I really care. I speak of as a man because, you know, at the end of the day, everything that is being done is all like this, like it says, a shit show. And this proves why women are not supposed to be in a position of power. All right, this clearly proves that. This clearly proves that serpent and Eve, that deal, they fulfilling in that. You have women out there. I gotta look for the video. Maybe I'll put it with this video as well. That's saying they love to kill babies. Flat out. You got women that's out there that we're in the summertime, that's pretty much damn near naked. You look at their direction, they all of a sudden want to cover up. They have no sense of, like the scripture says, they have no wisdom. And when we look up that word wisdom, matter of fact, I should start with that scripture. I'm going to start with that scripture. Matter of fact, the scripture I had in mind. 1 Timothy 2:12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor usurp authority over a man, but to be in silence. So let's break this thing down. I suffer. This is Paul speaking, right? I suffer to turn, to transfer, commit, instruct, to permit, allow, give, leave. All right. So, there you go. It says for the base to turn over, transfer, that is allow. Give, leave, liberty, which scriptures come in mind is Sirach, I believe the 25th chapter, 26th chapter, giving that women much liberty. All right. Don't be in shock, or roughly paraphrasing, and she turns against thee. All right. This is what you have when we have an educated woman. Instead of educating the next generation to be more to protect themselves and so forth. They telling children at the age of 4 about talking about masturbation. All right, let permit suffer. It says but I suffer not a woman to teach. And you have women pastors, you got women teachers. Damn near as a young man growing up in the inner city with a single mother. I'm talking about myself, and then everybody could contest to this. So you grow up with your mother, your aunties, because women always like to stay in families. The men are mostly want to hang out and do whatever. Then you go to school. Your teachers are mostly women. You're being taught by women. All right? Throughout your whole career. And who seems to have the authority? Because the way society is created is women. Like women holds all the authority. Because mama has the last word. Or some grew up with grandma. Grandma has the last word. So you're being depicted in your mind that women has all the authority. All right? All that is the illusion. It said, nor usurp authority over the man. Let's look up the word usurp. Or one with his own kind, with own hands kill another himself. Or I said, who acts as his own authority or absolute master to govern, exercise dominion over one. I will use that one. To govern, because that woman is a U.S. Senate, all right? A black woman who should know better. She's pushing the agenda of Esau, the serpent that was in the garden, which, hey, I guess I don't have to get it. It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. Notwithstanding shall she be saved in childbearing. But in this case, all these women are under that cloak. Matter of fact, since I'm in Timothy's, 1 Timothy 5, straight to the point, 15. For some are already turned aside after Satan. Matter of fact, let's get the premise. I would therefore that the younger women marry, bear children. And in the society, that's not a popular thing. They rather get into their 40s and their 30s when they have the whole block or the whole state ran through them, and then they want to settle down for whatever disastrous monster that they had. Not knowing that everything that they slept with leaves a DNA imprint in them, and then when that child comes, that child's gonna have all heaps of problems. Okay? But you women are supposed to, when in your young age, get with a man, most like an older man, all right, or a man, period. Stay with that man for the rest of your life. But the society teach the opposite, all right? And this is why you have utter madness. You got these career women that say, fuck, F that, I'm going to go and sleep with everything. And then they easily can be manipulated because they're under Esau's system. And what do they intend to do? They keep Esau's system going about. When it says, a married, bear children, guide the house, give no occasion to the adversary to speak reproachfully. But some are already turned aside after Satan. It's not some now. The majority of women have turned aside unto Satan. Because that, what she speaks of, that's the elite's agenda. Alright? That's everything that they're trying to push. Confusion. And here it is, she's being a tool, being used by the elites to push that agenda hard body. And she's pushing it hardly, with full force, okay? With full force. With her everything. That's why she went to twerk. And then her defense, I don't know what the hell she was trying to say. A defense of what she's doing it for. And then everybody got mad at her because like, you shame women. And the majority of these women, look, you have Kamala Harris. a shameful act. They put her in a position she don't even know what the hell she's doing. All right. You put these women in certain position, you don't have a effing clue what's going on, and they don't even know they're being played. Nor do they care. They just want to push the agenda of strong, independent. They don't need no man. All right. That's why, in fact, we get to that scripture. If I forget, Job. $39, I believe it's 5 and 4. Well, actually, I could start at 4. Job 39 and 4. No, 3. They bound themselves, they bring forth their young ones, they cast out their sorrows. The young ones are in good liking. They grow up with corn and go forth. That's what I was looking for. I want to just go to the point. Job 39 and the whole 13. Give us thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks, and the goodly wings of the peacock is what the best looking peacock is the male peacock, might I add. So all the wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth and warmeth them in the dust, and forgetteth that the foot may crush them, or that the wild beasts may break them. She hardened against her young ones as though they were not hers. All right. Her labor is in vain without fear. And that's all you women that go out there, especially now, you love killing your babies. All right? You love killing babies, man. And the Lord got something for that. He got something special for you women, man. You think you fear death? What the Lord has planned for the majority of you women, it doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, whatever. You going getting abortions, you murderous bitches. Lord got something special for you. All right? But verse 17, because the Most High have deprived her of wisdom, neither have imparted her to understanding. So she deprived of wisdom. Now look up the word wisdom here. Is kakum, wisdom, skill in war, which is not talking about that. Wisdom in administration, shrewdness, wisdom, prudence, and affair. I believe it's wisdom in a good sense, skillful, wisdom, wisely wit. So let's go to the which it's the normal base, right? Let's go to the origin word, which is more come. It says to be wise, to be or become wise, act wisely, to make wise, teach wisdom, instruct, to be wise, to make wise, to show oneself wise. Where was I looking for? That's not the one that's not the definition I was looking for, because one definition basically said that to know right from wrong, roughly paraphrasing it. But he deprived her of wisdom. She have no, you know how like Spider-Man has spider sense. Women have no sort of filter for danger. All right, she put herself in a dangerous position. All right, a dangerous position, and all they're doing is leading more children to slaughter. And you notice is the Democrats is mostly into, both sides are into child molestation, pedophilia, and all that. But under the Democrats, they push more this wicked doctrine to put on the children, right? Because they wicked as all hell. A couple more scriptures. I have to get this one. Deuteronomy 12 and 30. It says, "Take heed to thyself that that thou be not snared by following them Matter of fact, I was to go up. Well, actually, we continue talking about the other nations. After that, they be destroyed from before thee, that thou inquired not after their gods, seeing how they did, how did this nation serve their gods, even so will I do likewise. Thou shalt not do so unto the Lord thy power, for every abomination the Lord thy power they have done unto their gods. Even their sons and daughters they have burnt in fire to their gods. And is not what they doing now in this society? I think I still have it up. In fact, yeah, I did because I wanted to do a show on this. Spirit is a spirit. All right. It says Trump backed Michigan Secretary of State nominee said abortion is child sacrifice. All right, before becoming the Trump's backed Republican nominee for Michigan's Secretary of State, Christina Kamar said abortion is child sacrifice and a satanic practice. Abortion is really nothing new. The child sacrifice is a very satanic practice, and that is preceding what abortion is. We need to see it as such. Kamar, who a community college professor, said in October 2020 episode of her podcast, It's Solid Food. All right, so the word is out. That is, matter of fact, she says more. When people in other cultures, when they engage in child sacrifice, they didn't just sacrifice the child for the sake of bloodshed. Como I said later in the episode, they sacrificed their child because they were hoping to get prosperity, and that premisely why people have abortion now, because I am not ready. I do not want to have a baby. I don't like it. I don't have time. I want to make more money. I want my freedom. So you're sacrificing that child, hoping to get something out of their death, which is your freedom, your happiness, and your prosperity. Pure cut. All right, the jig is up. You women ain't shit. So the Lord said he would. This is what these other nations were doing to their own children, and this is what modern day women are doing, sacrificing their children. If they're not sacrificing their children by abortion, now they're getting their children set up for pedophiles. You see the shit that's going on? It says, verse 32, what thing whosoever I command you, observe and do it. Thou shalt not add thereto, nor diminish from it. Couple more precepts. Jeremiah 7, I believe it's 17. Oh, there, yeah, 17. Seest thou not that what they did in the cities of Judah, in the streets of Jerusalem, the children gathered wood, and the fathers kindled the fire, and the women knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, to pour out their drink offering unto the other gods, that they may provoke me to anger. This is a whole family function, right? It was worshiping the Queen of Heaven. And when you look up the Queen of Heaven, go back to Semiramis, and the tradition of the Queen of Heaven is what? Sacrificing your own child. Okay? Read the history on that in Ezekiel, the 8th chapter. I tell you, they weeping for Tammuz. All right? They provoke me to anger, saith the Lord. They do not provoke themselves to confusion of their own faces. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh shall behold, my anger and my fury shall be poured out upon this place, upon man, upon the beast, upon the trees, upon the field, upon the fruit of the ground. It shall burn, and it shall not be quenched. Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Shai, power of Israel, put your burnt offering unto the sacrifice, I'm sorry, what else? Oh, there it is. Verse 24. I'm gonna jump down to verse 24. But they hearken not, nor incline their ear, but they walk in the counsels of the imagination of the evil heart, and they went backward, not forward. Because majority of jakes are being put to death in the hood. These people don't give a rat's real end, so they going backwards. Okay, since they fathers, since the day that their fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt, unto this day, I have sent unto you all my servants the prophets daily, raising up early and sending them to do what? To rebuke you. Okay, real quick, Ezekiel 16 and 40. No, Ezekiel 16. Slovakia. I had it in mind, but it's one particular scripture, one particular verse that I really wanted. It's alright. It's alright. I probably had. Basically, it was just basically we're going back to the how they was burning their own children to these different gods. All right, and I bring that out because, like I said, some may not. There it is. So, verse 35. Wherefore, O harlot, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because thy filthiness was poured out, and thy nakedness discovered. Though thy whoredoms with thy lovers, and with all thy idols of the abomination, and by the blood of thy children, which thou didst give unto them. Behold, therefore, I will gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and all them that has loved, with all them that has thou hated, and I will even gather them round about against thee, and I will discover thy nakedness unto them, that they may see thy nakedness, which is thy shameful deeds. All right, and the majority of you black ass women, Latino women, women that's in power position, your wickedness is being seen. All right, and all you doing is helping forward Esau's agenda. And one more scripture. Well, 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. It says, know you not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High. Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adultery, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. So when you go up to look up the word effeminate in this particular verse, soft to touch, metaphorically in a bad sense, effeminate of a Chemite, of a boy kept for homosexual relationship with a man, of a man who submits his body to unnatural lewdness, of a male prostitute. Isn't that what this woman is pushing? She's pushing the pure agenda that Esau wanted so bad. All right, to abuse children, this whole pedophilia thing. And once again, who's leading the force of that? Eve. And this is why 2/3 of the nation of Israel is going to be put to death. And it's starting. A lot of women are going to be put to death. So with that being said, something real quick through the spirit. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.